Okay,
Yeah,
here's another one I got to ask you about. Shanahan told the sideline reporter at halftime that this game's going to be tight late.
I
They
saw
were
that.
up 24-3.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that something? Is that nothing? So a lot of people and a lot of Niner people were very critical, saying, "Hey, that's a weird thing to say." I mean, why? What that? It's almost like he was speaking the negative into existence,
Mm-hmm.
or was he? See, my read on it is that you got him right after his halftime speech, and I didn't hear the question, but maybe the question was, "Hey, what did you guys talk about at halftime? What did you tell your team at halftime?" Something along those lines, because it sounds like the kind of thing a coach would say to his players when they're up 24-3. Hey, guys, if we don't keep our foot on the gas pedal, this game is going to be close late. Then he jogs out on the field. The sideline reporter puts a mic in front of his face and said, Coach, what did you say to your team? And then he comes out and says, you know what? This game's going to be close late. You can guarantee it. I don't know. There was a lot of different takes on that. Some people were very critical of Shanahan for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
That was my read on it, that he just kind of re-uttered to the sideline reporter probably what he said in the halftime in the locker room, like, hey guys, we're up 24-3, but let's not get fat and sassy, because guess what? This team could be back on us in a heartbeat. And sure enough, Seattle, what did they do? They came out and dominated the third quarter. So did you have a problem with Shanahan telling the sideline reporter that the game was going to be close late?
No, I do think it was a Freudian slip. I agree with you. It seemed like a little bit of what he was saying in private kind of slipped out in public.
Yeah.
That's what it did come out as, because that is coach speak. And really, coach speak isn't just for the fans, it's for the players too. A lot of times they don't know exactly what the stakes are, especially when you're winning. Everybody has the luxury of being okay and calm down. It's almost like I look at head coaches as like, heads of households, right? Larry, you're the head of a household. When you guys go on family
Don't tell my
trip,
wife that. She thinks she's the head.
When you go on a family trip, you're the only person not vacationing, right? Everybody's running around, splashing around in the pool, everybody going to this game, going to that amusement park. But what are you doing? Watching to see where they are. We're in a new area. Did we park here the right way? Do we have the money for this restaurant we're about to go to? Did everybody get their fobs for the hotel room? Nobody needs to be locked out. Don't talk to that man. Come over here. Don't wash your hands. Sit down. Every responsibility is on you. Even when everybody's having a blast, you are facilitating the event. That's what being the man is all about. So when you talk to the head coach and they're up, yeah, sometimes a little bit of his anxiety is going to slip out because he's always looking for how things could go wrong. Even myself, I never give this team praise unless they prove it to me. Very rarely. And when I do give them praise until they prove it to me, they always let me down and I feel like an idiot. So I get off of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what it is, man. You're always, and I don't think anybody should have any sometimes I feel like when we talk about comments about the team, we all forget that we're all fans, right? If anybody is rooting for this team or if anybody wants this team to win, I don't think you'll find another guy outside of Kyle Shanahan that wants that more, right? So
he needs it. I mean, he needs it to validate himself. He needs that bowl.
Yeah. So for him, I see exactly where he's coming from. It's like, bro, we're on the road. This is still a divisional game. They haven't really been doing anything on offense. They haven't even shown us who they are. So the game hasn't even contextualized itself before. This is the thing that I know about ball is that even when you have complimentary football, you still got to know that there's going to be an element of the game where they're going to get a chance to swing back. Right? They're going to get a chance to swing back. And that's what was happening with Seattle. We were just getting them off the field. Defense really wasn't having that much of a laborious game because they were stalling. So we really didn't know where Seattle's punch was going to come from. But Kyle was smart enough to understand it's coming. It's coming. We're not just going to keep these guys at 3 points. They're just going to go home. They're not going to start throwing out trick plays. They're not going to start doing things to try to generate some type of points for their fans. So I think that it was a savvy comment from Kyle. I think that
I think it also I think we're handicapping it right. I think that he probably said it to the players. The question is, why did he say it to the players? I think Kyle likes to be able to say, nothing surprises me. I'm a football czar. So it's like, hey, guys, I don't want my team to be surprised if Seattle comes back in this game. I want them to know that I envisioned it. I saw it. And that I got ahead of it, saw it coming, and told them, hey, look, keep grinding.
If and when it happens,
it's not like, hey, they've made some adjustment we're not ready for. No, Kyle told us they're going to come back on us.
That is coaching, Larry. That is coaching.
Yeah. Oh,
you have to do that.
And your team, if all of a sudden a team's coming back on you and your coach hasn't said that, then you're like, oh my God, maybe their coaching staff figured out the wrinkle. Coming? Yeah, exactly. Did you see this coming? And the fact of the matter is, he wants to say to his guys, they're going to make a run on us. They're going to make a run. Robbie 439 says, Kyle, respecting Pete Carroll's nothing to be outraged by. Opposite of that, clown Sirianni. Kyle keeps it classy.
I agree with this comment. Yeah. And that's another thing too. Kyle, that comment is Kyle respecting Pete. Kyle knows that, all right, I'm on the flip side. I'm up. I'm on the road. We're obviously playing complimentary football. Our defense is getting them off the field quick. We're scoring with short fields, and we only putting up requisite points. We should have had more points. Kyle is smart enough to understand Pete's probably in there. What is Pete saying? We've already seen their worst, right? The worst is over. All right. If we're still in this game right now, then we've taken their best blow. We need to put together a good, solid drive and just get on the field. We need to get on the points, right? Get on the scoreboard, take some time to develop a script, understand what that script gives us, and then we'll create a game plan off of the success that we've shown once we finally get a scoring drive or get down the field. So Kyle knows what Pete is probably telling these guys. We've already seen their worst, guys. Nothing to worry about. It can't get more worse than this. We're at home getting our teeth kicked in. Relax. Now we can play hard. So Kyle is probably setting his team up to say, hey, they're coming. They ain't done. They ain't done it. We got to finish their ass. Right. So that's how you coach that up. And then sometimes as fans, we kind of look at it and we get our emotions all tied into it. And it's like, they're coming back. Why would you say that? You have no faith in your team? How could you? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Kyle quit on his team. No, he didn't quit on his team.